this is Kathy and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be tackling the second category from Marie Kondo, which is books. And I've already done this category before, so I don't expect to get rid of too much, but maybe only a few things. But I still want to go through it and just make sure that I'm solid and confident with what I'm keeping. This is my before and after from last time I went through the process, so you can see how many books I had and how much I got rid of. And I already went through my house and gathered some random books that were spread out around the house, and the rest of my books are contained in this bookshelf. I do have them organized by kind of categories or genres, but I'm just gonna start pulling them out and going through them, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to pull out all those mangas from the back because these are my husband's and he chose to keep them, so I'm not going to go through them. All of my books are out and I'm just going to start going through them and see what sparks joy and what doesn't. Okay, one quick thought here. So according to Marie Kondo, we're not supposed to start reading our books, and we should just go by the feel of just looking at them and holding them, because once you start reading, that defeats the purpose. And I know it might have looked like I was reading this book, but I just flipped to the table of contents to really see what this book was about and whether I wanted to read it or not, because a lot of the books that I have are nonfiction and more like informative things, so I want to make sure that the information I would be getting from those books is what I want to learn. So I did just glance over a table of contents and maybe the back of the book to just see what it was about if I didn't remember it. So that was fast. For some reason I've been dreading this task and I've been putting it off, and I'm actually behind my group for like a week, and this task didn't take that long. It only took 18 minutes for me to pull everything out and go through all of my books and decide what I wanted to keep. For most of them, the decision was easy. I have a pile behind me right here, actually two piles. I don't know if you can see right here. So those two piles are books that I personally don't care about and I'm okay to part with, but some of them are my husband's books or books that he might want to keep, so I'm gonna leave the pile out and have him go through it and see if there's anything that he wants to keep. Otherwise, I'm keeping all of these, make sure they all spark joy, and only getting rid of these few books and magazines. And I have a pile here of books that I'm not sure about, like I need to spend more time with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them out and I'm going to try reading them. And if I find that I'm not enjoying reading them, then I'm going to part ways with them. But I do want to give these books a try and see how it turns out. So there's one more thing that I wanted to note. I did move to the States about 3.5 years ago, so most of the books that you see here are the ones that I've acquired within that time frame, minus like one pile of books that I did bring with me. So I do have a lot of books back at my parents' home, so I'm gonna have to go through them when I visit them, and I have a feeling there's probably gonna be a few that I'll be willing to put on a plane and travel back with, but if I'm not willing to put it on a plane to take with me, it's probably not gonna make the cut, and I'm just gonna get rid of it then. One more thing I wanted to talk about is a tip that I heard from my consultant Janine, and I think she got it from Marie Kondo herself. And the tip is to not just store your books on a bookshelf, but instead store them around your house in creative ways where you're sort of displaying them. Because, quoting here, if you just have them in a bookshelf, they sort of become wallpaper. And I do like the thought of it, but for right now, I am going to store all of my books in the bookshelf, and the reason for that is that I have more of a mindset of declutter first, organize next, decorate last. So I'm still unsure of how I'm going to be decorating and things like that. So I don't really have other places to store or display books on, and seeing them in a bookshelf does spark joy for me. I like seeing all my books in this pretty bookshelf. This bookshelf is very special to me, so I do like seeing them there, and I'll keep it like that for now. The only exception is the books that I'm currently reading or referencing a lot. I tend to keep by my bedside because I like them being more accessible, but other than that, I'm just gonna start loading this bookshelf back up. One downside of this bookshelf is that the books need to be stored in 2 rows, and that's kind of upsetting. I would really prefer to have all of them visible so I don't have to take anything out to get to any books or forget that I have a book because it's hidden in the back. But unfortunately, that's the bookshelf we have for now, and it's not affordable for us to replace yet. But in the future, as we're going to be upgrading our furniture, I'm definitely going to be looking for bookshelf options where I can have the books just stored in 1 row, because I don't like having 2 rows. So this is the final result. I'm pretty much done, and yeah, I put most of the books back. I still have the 2 piles that my husband will go through, and I kind of changed the organization up a little bit. I dedicated this space for my husband just so the books that spark joy for him can be all contained in one place, and the books that spark joy for me can all be contained in a different place. And I've also designated this front row over here for the books that I'm currently reading, so I don't have to keep them on my bedside and clutter it up. I can just put them in a bookshelf and just grab them when I need them. And even though I only got rid of like a couple items, I think it really made a difference, and just like going through them and reorganizing them, I think revived my bookshelf, and now this bookshelf sparks joy. If you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the rest of my journey, as I'm going to be completing the process this summer. I'm going to be posting more videos of similar content, and the next category I'm going to be tackling is going to be paper. Also, if you have any questions about KonMari process or your own experience, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll make sure to answer it. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye!